You said your brain goes
I don't
faster
know.
than your mouth can articulate. So what I was going to say to you
Is
is,
that processable? Because I'm already not processing.
oh yeah, it's processable. Think of it this way. Vocal cords are right brain, they're feminine and they're emotional. Can't get around it. Left brain thought process is literal and masculine. So it's always a collaboration in our own self first, and then this way second. So you said your head, which would be your masculine, is going faster than your vocal cords can keep up with. So when I was earlier talking about the seesaw, like this or like this, you're drawing attention to your own inner seesaw, and a recognition of what you just said would be too much thought process and not enough feeling in what it is that I'm saying. I can relate to that. I lived half a century with it. The only thing that I learned to do with that is make I statements and start it with I feel. And I had to work on it a lot because I was much better at telling you about you than I am about using myself as an example and correlating something from my history that might fit what I'm seeing from you, right? But that's what I started doing. I started going into concepts and conceptualization in my own experience. That's why I started Physicology out the way that I did tonight. It is far less congruent and articulate to talk about being molested by your grandmother and having your first drink at first day of kindergarten and mental health components as a result of all of that. Far less congruent to do that than it is to talk about the frontal lobe and projecting neurons that combust in the opiate receptor, right? There's no feeling in that, but it requires both, right? So for me, it's always both. And that's the one thing that I was seeing. And I can only see what I just said because I have it. Otherwise, I would see something different with you. So that's the binder for me.
That's the binder? What do you mean by
binder?
In
other words, I can share an experience about myself that might correlate to something you're talking about within yourself, rather than to make this about you and about me. Let's share our experiences, put it in the space between in our conversation, and let's work with the material, because I can't use the same head that got me to this conversation that if I'm not completely 100% happy with what it is where I'm at, and neither can you. Right? So something that a 12-step would say, you can't use the same head that got you drunk to get you sober. Well, that was really a pisser for me, because that meant I had to listen to somebody else, and I didn't trust you. And I had a lot of justification in my early life that would warrant no trust. And I didn't even realize that that's what I was doing. I was trying to teach all the time, which really boiled down to my teaching was me trying to express myself, and I didn't know how to do it. I really didn't know how to do it.